So first off, for those of you on the video, I was actually asked about my fit last week, and I mentioned this specific linen fit. Go ahead, go on touch it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this linen fit on the podcast last week. So I figured I'd bust it out this week since I talked it up a little bit.
Hey, you gotta bust it out sometimes, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to bring it out. This is more of a summer outfit, but this year, you know, this is going to be part of the 2025, fall collection.
That's right. Yeah. Part of the exclusive homie collection.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Not available anywhere VeggieTales is sold. That's a reference. So I want to talk about something though. In all seriousness, as serious as we get. I was asked the other day, like, what I think should be game of the year this year. And that got me kind of thinking about the video game awards. Those will be coming up soon.
Right.
Lots of people will be vying for it. Lots of people will be crying about it afterwards. This has been an amazing year for video games. I'd say up until... Well, let me start by saying I think Expedition 33 is my pick, right? Like, that's what I think should win Game of the Year. I think there are some really, really solid contenders. That doesn't happen a lot. Like, most of the time, if there's a game that I'm playing and I think it should get Game of the Year, I'm like, no, that game should win. That's it. These other categories are kind of a joke. Like, the year that Baldur's Gate 3 won.
Yeah.
I mean, no real disrespect to any of those other games in that category except for whatever that fucking Zelda game that came out that year. Is that something Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah. Yeah, that game can eat a bag of dirty dicks. But the rest of the games that year, no real disrespect to them. But, Baldur's Gate 3 in my mind was like far and ahead the winner. This year, I don't think I would be upset with a Hades 2 win. I think Hades 2 and E33 are the games I would most want to win. E33 to me, though, I feel like Hades won a lot of Game of the Year awards.
Right.
To me, I would like to see Sandfall pick that up for E33 just because it really revived a genre that's very special to you and I.
Oh, yeah.
And showed these like other developers like, hey, you don't have to just put a bunch of bullshit in the game. Like, you can just make a really cool, in-depth RPG and people will play it and love it. That this genre wasn't killed by the market. It was killed by people sitting around in boardrooms that don't understand gamers at all.
Yeah, I always thought it was kind of a false flag whenever people say that turn-based RPGs are dead, just because I think they just kind of stopped making them more so than them dying off.
Yeah, I think Square Enix was really the catalyst for that. They were the first company that really said, okay, well, we're gonna destroy this. We're gonna retire this. People don't want turn-based. We can broaden this to a wider market if we take this out. What that really means is if we make this the lowest common denominator, right? We can get rather than having a really nice audience that loves these games, we could have a much larger audience that thinks they're okay.
Yeah. And they're fine with that because it's still the same $60, $70 that's being spent, whether you think it's okay or whether you think it's great.
Right, exactly.
That's their mindset.
And I think for, two turn-based RPGs to win Game of the Year and sell all these copies within, 3 years of each other would be a really awesome thing for the genre and cause more people to make them.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, it as an art form, like, the market didn't move on from those games. It went the other way around. People in boardrooms just kind of decided, like, oh, if we get rid of this, people don't want this. But there's so many examples to the contrary, and E33 is one of them, right? So for that reason, and because I just really love the game, I would want it to win. But Hollow Knight Silksong, I think it deserves to be in the discussion. I have been playing a ton of Arc Raiders.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I have about 62 hours on it. It's a week old. Yeah. Which means I have played Arc Raiders more than I have slept or worked at my job in the last week. So.
Priorities are in order. I love it.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm always kind of hesitant for like a game as a service to be entered into that conversation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset about a nomination, but I think it winning game of the year, to me, it doesn't quite fit, right?
I understand. It's going to be always hard for me to see a live service game win game of the year.
Right.
And it's simply because, and I don't want to put live service games in a box or put them so that they have a glass ceiling on them, but a lot of times the people who are in charge of the people who make those games put them in that box or with that glass ceiling.
Yeah, we didn't do that. They did.
Yeah, they did. And the problem is that like live service games, don't get me wrong, all video games, they're made to make money. You know, it's consumerism at its finest.
Right.
But the limelight is so much on them making money that sometimes they forget that these things are supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Destiny back in the day.
Yeah.
When it came out, it was supposed to be this revolutionary thing, and for about 8 to 12 months, it kind of was.
Right.
But then people got tired of the endless grind for shit that would get them to the next step so that they can grind another thing endlessly to get to the next step. And then they realize this is a fucking hamster wheel, and chances are they're not even going to get the shit that they're grinding for. And then one day they wake up and they realize that, am I having fun doing this?
Right.
And that's kind of became the catalyst for a lot of live service games. And I hate that it went that way, because as a concept, it can be a tool for good, but those corporations are goddamn Sith, and it's a weapon in their hands. So, live service games, man, every time I think about them, every time I see those words, I think about the Avengers game.
Yeah.
That should have been great. I think about Gotham Knights. That should have been the spiritual successor to the Arkham series. You know, I think about the Suicide Squad game that I saw within like a 3 or 4 month span go from $70 to $30 to free on not Game Pass, but the PlayStation equivalent.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, it's free, and I still don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, you know you came up with the thing when people go, well, it's not that, but you know it's this version.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. With live service games, especially for me, it's the reason that they shouldn't win a Game of the Year award. I'm fine with like best multiplayer, and I think Arc Raiders should get that. Like, I think it absolutely should win that award. But the reason it kind of shouldn't be Game of the Year, in my opinion, is like we all remember the huge '97. Well, we don't all remember. I'm sorry, homies. You and I remember the '97 incident. Not X-Men. The X-Men weren't involved in this. But it was Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
And what was the other one? Shit. Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And you know, Final Fantasy VII came out like right around in that mix too. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it was the same year or not. I can't really remember, to be honest with you. The way that it broke back then, all your video game news was like websites did exist. This is like Web 1.0 though. You guys have to remember this. Like I remember going to like IGN back in the day, and it would be like, and Game FAQs.
Yeah, yes.
And they only had two colors on these websites. Like IGN was white and red, and Game FAQs was blue and white.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was it. Like, and Game FAQs though kind of looks exactly like it did then for the most part.
I didn't know they still existed.
Oh yeah, people still write FAQs for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when I needed help in E33, I was like, fuck it, I'm going for the full nostalgia effect, and I went on Game FAQs and decided to look it up. Wow. Which was hilarious. But yeah, it still exists. It's still a thing. People still use it to this day.
Amazing. I'm going to have to use it now.
And it looks just like it did in like 97. Yeah, back in 94. But yeah, those two games, I mean, it's like everything broke one way or the other. It was like a dead even split. And here's the thing though, I can go and get, even if I have to use an emulator, right? I can go and get Metal Gear Solid as it was in that year.
Yep.
I can go and get Ocarina as it was. And the reason a live service game to me should never win Game of the Year is because you can't do that. Right? You can never, if they decide, if the devs for Arc Raiders decide tomorrow, you know what? This game's not making enough money. we're gonna put where you can spend like $5 and get like a loot crate, you know, and just see like, and then we'll, all right, well, we want nobody's buying that. Well, all right, well, we'll make all the enemies harder so people lose all their stuff, and then they're like, well, I'll spend the $5, and then 6 months from now, like right now, I'm having a blast with this game, but 6 months from now, due to the choices of the game company, I may not,
Yeah.
If it's a forever evolving game and the current state of the game is the only version that exists for you to play, then there's no telling like what that game is going to be. Whereas like the OG Final Fantasy VII or Xenogears or whatever, it's still, we're 20 something years later and it's still the same.
Yeah.
It may have been remixed, remastered, whatever. You might play it on different platforms, but you can still go and access that original game. And for that reason, I just don't think that they should win Game of the Year. But something like Best Live Service Game or Best Multiplayer Game, by all means, like I'm up for those categories,
Yeah. And I think that those games should really stick to those type categories,
Yeah.
Sometimes segregation isn't all bad.
I need you and the homie Kevin to get on this. Arc Raiders with us. I know he's about to get married, but like I said, priorities.
Yeah, I know priorities. Get your priorities straight, Kevin. Come on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get it together.
If he's not gaming on his honeymoon, then I can't imagine what else he'd possibly be doing with his time.
Right, yeah.
Like what are you doing with your life? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, he could be reading like a graphic novel.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, he could.
Or some floppy comics or something.
Yeah. That's what I do.
So,
yeah.
Newlywed stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, what else would people do on honeymoons?
Just those two things.
Oh yeah, I mean, and eat honey while looking at the moon.
Oh right, the moon is beautiful tonight. By the time anybody hears this, it'll be too late. But it's a nice real full moon out there.
There was I guess before we move on from that, I still need to beat E33.
You do.
I think I'm just at a point now where I'm just going to start over.
Oh yeah.
And it's not because I don't remember like what was happening in the story. It's just because
you want to be traumatized all over again.
I think because I fucked myself just with the way that I progressed throughout the game. I got really, really, really good at parrying and just really, really patient as well. And that's actually a recipe for disaster in E33 because I made it to the third act and I think I hit level 39 or 40. And apparently that's super on the level for this part of the game. And then I wondered why I couldn't beat shit in the third act. So I think I kind of walled myself off. And I could probably go and find a spot to grind and never leave that area until I can beef my characters up. But it may just be easier if I just start over with greater knowledge. I don't know.
I will say that there are a couple spots in the game where I did stop and like grind a bit and do some side quests and stuff. When the third act opens up, though, there's a ton of side stuff to do.
I know, and all of it kicked my ass.
It's pretty tough anyway, though. I will say though, the one thing about that game is like they made it so that you can just go directly into the like last level or whatever. If you go and do all the side stuff, you are gonna destroy the last boss. Like I hit the last boss for like 11 million damage or some shit, and just like. He's got different phases, and at each phase, I just one-shot him.
Wow.
Like, my Mayel could have killed everything. I could have ran with just Mayel for the entire last dungeon. Yeah. She probably could have fought everything in there, including the boss, by herself.
Man.
Yeah. My Mayel is absolutely busted, though. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the crew I ran with, but I got pretty competent with, like, anyone, and I was pretty good at mixing and matching the team at that point.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to talk about before we moved on to the main course for tonight. And
you can ask me about Arc Raiders off mic. We don't have to do it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll save that topic for off mic then.
Yeah.
All right. I posted a clip of us talking about the most recent issue of Absolute Batman, the annual where he's beating the shit out of the Nazis and white supremacists.
Oh no. Oh no.
And Caleb, you're not going to believe this, but there are some people out there who really didn't take too kindly to that whole premise.
Oh?
Yeah. Big surprise there, right?
Is that right? Are there people out there that are you know, against Batman serving justice? Is Batman woke now?
Well, here is the terminology that's being used. So it was interesting, right? Because that particular clip got quite a bit of traction.
Oh dear.
And
was this on the TikTokies or is this on
the YouTubes?
Okay.
Yeah. And it was like half of the comments were people saying things like, "Oh yeah, this is great," and "This is awesome. I'm here for this." And then the other half were people saying things like, "We should keep politics out of comics." And I want to pause right there, really, and just look at a comment like that, because then the discourse became about, does politics belong in comic books or not? And that's kind of what the comment thread turned into after that.
I'm looking at it now. This is amazing.
And, you know, the thing of it is, right, is, like, I think whenever we think about the statement, does politics belong in whatever, the thing of it is that people are always going to say politics doesn't belong in
whatever.
But if it's something they agree with or it's something that they like, then it's a non-issue.
Yeah.
And this is something that I think goes, it's a hypocrisy that goes all over the place, right? I don't think that anyone is particularly immune to it, but I think it's something that's really easy to capture in the moment. Like, I think it's easier in the moment to realize that, oh, I'm just reacting this way because I don't like this. It's easier to catch yourself in that than it is with maybe other things. But for some reason, people still find it suitable to say, well, politics don't belong in comic books. But it's like, I think the comment thread went on to say things such as, well, Captain America has been beating the shit out of Nazis since, since the 40s.
Right.
Is that problematic? And if so, then what's the difference between Batman beating the shit out of white supremacists?
Yeah. Also Nazis.
Yeah.
Basically.
Same shit. So I don't know what the disconnect there is. And it just never puts you in a good light when you disagree with seeing Batman beat up evil people. Like, so you're fine with seeing him beat the shit out of the Joker, who we all agree is evil, but when he beats the shit out of somebody else who is also pretty evil,
objectively evil,
yeah.
Well,
it's an issue.
Here's the thing, man. You started with Captain America, and then like the next we sent Batman. And like, if y'all can't get it this time, then we're gonna send Omni-Man.
Shit!
And he's not gonna beat them. He's just gonna kill them.
He's just gonna kill them. Yeah, mercilessly.
Yeah. He's just gonna eye laser them. And what's pretty funny is because like he comes from like some space fascists.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the Viltrumites they're not against eugenics.
Right, yeah.
They almost eugenics themselves into oblivion.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of like the poster children for like why it's a really terrible idea cosmically.
Right. Holy shit.
But, on that note, I want to add that the thing about it is, if your art, right, and that's what all this is, video games, comics, music, whatever, and that's always the subject, right, is it's always like, oh, my such and such art, I don't want politics in my art, whatever. The reason you don't want that is because Batman is somebody that you've probably your entire childhood looked at and gone, oh, this is like a beacon of good or whatever. And now you've been propagandized to the point that, like, your brain can't, like, comprehend that this beacon of justice really hates these people that you have, like, sort of aligned yourself with. And, I mean, it's hard to reconcile that. So you just go, well, I don't want politics in my whatever the art is. Here's the thing. If your art doesn't imitate life, then it ain't shit.
Yeah.
If it's not about something, and people will say, oh, well, this has messaging. We all can name 50 instances where the messaging has ruined something, right? And it's not usually because of what the message is. it's usually because of the way that whatever that art is was constructed.
Right.
And I mean, shit, some of those we may even be talking about here tonight for our main course.
For sure.
You know, and I agree, like, and you as well, like, when you go to construct a story, the story itself, the characters should come first, but your art should still have some substance in it that reflects real life.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, I always take a great amount of umbrage with it when somebody's like, oh, they put a trans character in this, or, you know, they put an Asian character in this. And it's like, yeah, well, those people exist
right.
in real life. And so for them to exist in your art should not be an offense to you. As a matter of fact, it is a credit to the art that it does reflect real life, because that is what art is, right? That is, art is a human being taking their experiences and their, you know, their feelings or whatever, and putting that into a work, right? They're expressing themselves. And so, yeah, obviously that's going to reflect the world that we live in. And if it doesn't, then it's probably just kind of some cheap, you know, dime a dozen churned out for money kind of thing. Like, I mean, I hate using this example every time. I fucking love Top Gun 2. I think it was a great movie. But you can't tell me that somebody didn't sit down and go, okay, we got to take this out. This offends someone. This and not even on like one particular side of the aisle politically either. It's like across the board. They were like, oh, no, that might offend somebody. Right. Can't put that in there. Yeah. You know?
We want to release this movie in China.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, the movie is just like thoroughly scrubbed for anything. Even really a sense of like patriotism.
It really is.
You know, for like a American war film, there's no shots in there of like the soldier staring longingly at the waving American flag or any of that shit. You know, the movie didn't even go full America. You know,
you know, and that's a good point. That's also a testament to just how good that story was. That a lot of that is easy to overlook. Like, if we weren't the type to look at movies with a critical eye, it would be easy to overlook the fact that the enemy in Top Gun Maverick is nameless and faceless.
Yeah, nameless, faceless. They make really, like, they're very, very careful to make sure that you can't tell what country the mission is in. They always just say the enemy.
Yep.
Like, the planes are completely unmarked. They don't look like a certain nation's fighter jets or anything. It's it's really, really boiled down.
Yeah.
You know, to where you just nobody would be offended by it, you know? And that's fine, I guess. It bothers me that the movie does it, but the movie is so strong and well done that I can overlook it for that movie. But, like, I don't need, like, 20 different films trying to do that, because I guarantee you they are not going to pull it off.
No. That does remind me of something, and I promise we'll get right into the subject matter. But this does kind of tie into something that I saw earlier this week that I thought was really interesting. I don't know if you're familiar with the comic book writer and artist John Byrne, but he's very legendary in just the industry in both Marvel and DC. I have several John Byrne comic books strewn around this room. As a matter of fact, he's I mean, you can't say his name and not say legendary comic book creator at the same time.
Right.
He's one of those. He's up there in that upper echelon of you know, legendary creators. But there was something about him that I did not know, and that was his political leanings, particularly that for Superman. So with John Byrne, he is interesting in the case that apparently, unlike most comic book creators, he was more right-leaning than left. Which is, for me, always interesting, because even the most hardcore comic book writers tend to be left-leaning. I mean, even your Frank Millers and your Alan Moores, they're old-school lefties. You know, not that it matters one way or another. If you write good comic books, you write good comic books.
Right.
But this is interesting only in the sense that someone dug up a quote of his that I think adds a lot of context to a lot of different things. And this was something that apparently John Byrne said, I believe, back in the 80s concerning Superman, maybe earlier than the 80s, actually. And he says, and I quote, referring to Superman when he says this. And he'll become not just a Republican, but a super Republican, said Byrne. If Reagan has done nothing else, if he's gotten us to wave the flag again, Superman practically rears the flag. I'll be shamelessly exploiting that. What was interesting here is that don't know this for certain. As a matter of fact, I think it's all kind of conjecture, but there's been this rumor, and again, I don't see any evidence to support this rumor, but apparently the young upstart Frank Miller didn't really like a lot of John Byrne's takes. And it adds a lot of context when you look at something like The Dark Knight Returns, which I believe came out shortly or maybe a few months after John Byrne had said these words. You look at Dark Knight Returns, and obviously it's one of the greatest comic books of all time. People love it. But a common complaint is, man, I really like this book, but I don't like the way that Superman is portrayed. And looking at it now, I think that Frank was really just playing up how John Byrne ultimately was trying to portray Superman, and just putting it right there in the limelight, because that's how Superman was kind of being portrayed. Like, there's even the shot in Dark Knight Returns when Superman is standing there chopping wood, and then like an eagle lands on his goddamn
his arm.
Yeah, and he goes to the president in The Dark Knight Returns, and
it's clearly Reagan.
And the president says, I need you to go handle this Batman problem in Gotham. And basically without a second thought, Superman obliges and does it. And in so many words, it just seems like Frank Miller was maybe not taking shots at John Byrne, but basically portraying Superman to be like, this is who you guys kind of made him to be, so this is who I will portray him as in this book.
Yeah, I mean, I completely can see that way of looking at it. The way that I always kind of thought about it was, this is kind of both of these characters, if they were to continue to sort of evolve in their direction, because obviously like a young 20, 30-year-old Batman, this is like a guy who believes he can make a difference, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of people in our world that are very much like that. I mean, even ourselves, even though, we are still on the younger side, may not feel like it, but, I think that we could both say that, 15 years ago, we were a lot more optimistic about the world than we are today.
Right.
You really think that things can change, and that and they can, but you think that they can change more rapidly than they do. I think your faith in other humans to make that happen, is a lot more when you're in your 20s. Whereas, like, in your 30s, you're like, well, this is kind of how shit is. And, like, as you get to your late 30s, you're like, I guess I'm just going to have to make the most of how it is, Hopefully you look at it like that.
Right.
So, like, with Batman, for me, it's like, as he gets older, his mindset is going to kind of veer towards, okay, well, I thought I was going to fix up Gotham, but it's still pretty bad. It's always going to be this way, It's like the criminal's going to keep doing crime, and I'm going to keep beating the shit out of them. And, I may not be changing anything, but it makes me feel good, so.
Yeah, yeah.
And with Clark, it's kind of the same way, where it's like, you could just see him becoming more and more of a pawn of the government. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that they made Doomsday Clock such a Superman. Like, Doomsday Clock Superman is kind of the opposite of Dark Knight Returns Superman.
Yeah.
And I always thought that, too, like, in the original Watchmen, like, the U.S. government really wanted Dr. Manhattan to kind of be what Superman is in Dark Knight Returns.
Yes, yeah.
So that's why I really love that they chose to pair those two off,
right,
as like the centerpiece of Doomsday Clock.
Yeah. So. Yeah. With all that being said, folks, I don't give a shit what you do with your politics. Just make good stories.
Yeah, man. I'll add. Fuck it. There's not a lot of great right wing art. I'll just say that there just isn't.
They have. Doesn't Ben Shapiro have like a movie studio or something?
I was absolutely going to bring that up. If you don't believe me, go look up that movie that the Cara Dune actress or whatever.
Yeah. Gina Carano.
Gina Carano was in. Go watch that movie and tell me if you think it's awesome. It's really terrible.
I got one of those thoughts that I know I should just delete, but I'm going to say it anyway.
We're not going to. No. No.
But you don't even know what I'm going to say.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of horrible things that you want to review on the show, are we really doing this Witcher thing? Is this really happening?
This Witcher thing?
Witcher.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. I'll start watching it.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I know. So, homies, yeah, we will be watching and reviewing Witcher Season 4. And actually, Caleb and I haven't even seen Season 3. So, we'll be watching both Seasons 3 and 4.
We're going to be watching it rapidly decline over 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Speaking of rapid declines, though, that kind of brings us into our main topic tonight.
It does. But before we get into it, proper introductions are in order. So, homies one and all, welcome back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies Podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I am here with the world's greatest co-host. I'm talking about the homie Caleb.
That's me. That's me over here.
That's you.
Yeah, man. I wish I had some kind of like update on my life, but I've literally just been playing Arc Raiders constantly. So,
dog, that is an update.
Yeah, that is the update. Yeah. But tonight, I actually am really glad that you had this idea because I think this is a great topic. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Yes.
We're going to be fixing some old movies. And I got a curveball or two I can throw you if I just feel feisty on my list.
Oh, boy. I bet you do.
So
I bet you do. Yep. So we will be, quote-unquote, fixing bad superhero movies. But there is a caveat here. There are 3 rules that we will be abiding by just to kind of help add structure to this and make it more fun and interesting. So these 3 rules are equal in value. No rule is more important than the other. Rule number 1 is if the movie is part of a cinematic universe, it has to stay in the order that it was released. So, for example, with like a BVS that should have been later on or a Black Widow that should have been sooner, if we choose a movie like that, it's got to stay where it is in that universe.
Yep, tough shit.
Tough shit.
You got to make it or make it. Yeah. Those are your options.
Yep. Rule number 2, you cannot remove any actor or character, but you can add actors and characters if you so choose to. And with that being said, you also cannot change the director either. So whoever is directing that shit, we're stuck with them too.
Can you significantly reduce the character's role?
I will say that you can reduce a character's role.
Like in BVS, can you like make it where Superman's just like in an end credits teaser? It's just a Batman movie.
Why do that with Superman? You can do that with Lex.
That's true. Oh, I can't take Lex out of it. Well, so like the opening scene will be like Superman accidentally kills Lex Luthor, and then the whole rest of it's just a Batman movie. And then Superman and Batman have a conversation during the post-credit scene.
Yeah, be about killing. Like, well, you can't kill those people, Batman. Well, you kill Lex.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we're already fixing this one here, so we're getting ahead of ourselves.
And rule number 3, the premise of the movie has to remain intact. So last week I gave the example of if it's about Skittles, unicorns is what I said. Yeah. If it's about unicorns, then the movie still has to be about unicorns. And if it's about a fucking lemonade stand for whatever reason, then the movie still has to be about that. So even if you don't like the premise of the movie and you wish that's the thing that you can change, nope. That's what Hollywood wants. Find a way to make it work.
If it's got a giant sky portal, which most of these do, you got to have a giant sky portal.
You got to have a giant sky portal. So the idea behind this isn't to try to make these into like S-tier, top-of-the-notch movies, but it's trying to make them better and passable and watchable.
Yeah. We also will abstain from just grabbing the graphic novel off the shelf and just being like, here.
Just do this. Even though that would fix so many problems.
Yeah, even though they could have done that with all of these for the most part.
Which makes it even more funny and sad at the same time. So that being said, would you like to go first or would you like me to?
I tell you what, I will. I'll go first, and I will throw you a softball.
Okay.
To get us all started here today. My number one, or my first one here, the 2006 absolute classic, Superman Returns.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You know, when you said '06, I thought you were going a different direction. It's funny that there's not a whole lot of good superhero movies in that year, I guess.
So let me say this. You know, in 2006, you're fixing it in that year. Kevin Spacey's not problematic yet.
Yep. Yeah, he's not problematic. I can still view him as just being a pretty darn good Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Good.
So you got that going for you.
I got that going.
You got to keep Brandon Routh.
Got to keep Brandon Routh, and I have to keep the premise of this fucking movie. So, with that being said, this is still basically a sequel to Superman Returns, which, wow, okay. So, how would I fix Superman Returns? Oh boy! For one thing, I'm gonna have to add somebody into this just to make this thing more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to add another physical threat for Clark. Something that will keep Clark occupied while Lex Luthor can work in the background.
Right.
Apologies if that sounds like 2025 Superman.
You're right. Just make this movie instead, actually.
I think about it. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, we got this little guy that grows up real big, right? And we'll let him loose in Metropolis while Lex does things.
Should we explain this? Absolutely not.
No.
Just release the creature and let it grow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's irrelevant. Yeah.
It's a monster, all right? But no, I think I would introduce another character. Not Nuclear Man.
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, how about Nuclear Man?
Nope, not that. I would probably do... This would have been the time, honestly, to do like a Bizarro, but they would have to explain exactly like where the Bizarro comes from. I think it would be interesting if like an attempt on Lex Luthor to open up the Phantom Zone, he finds like this alternate dimension, alternate universe Superman, and maybe you can have some fun with it. Like Bizarro feeds off the red sun versus getting weak from it, or Kryptonite. Yeah, he's like, yeah, this is green apple candy.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, or if not Bizarro, honestly, one who they haven't used yet, who they absolutely should, is Mongol.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Mongol's one of those enemies where most of the time you more so go to him and his war world,
right?
More so than him coming to you. And also, like, there's just no way that he would really work with like the tone of this kind of movie that Bryan Singer's telling. Bryan Singer, he also just really works best with more grounded takes, I think. So I'm gonna go Cyborg Superman Final Answer should be the alternate villain in this thing.
Okay.
That's what we use. Oddly enough, in 2006, man, I think that Aaron Eckhart would actually make a really good Cyborg Superman.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I agree.
I can see him doing that. I mean, it's about 2 years before The Dark Knight comes out, but yeah, I think he'd be great in that role.
You just fucked the whole timeline up because, like, Christopher Nolan's like, well, I don't want to use him. He was just in a Superman movie,
right? And so we get some Joe Schmo who is terrible instead. That would be awful.
Yeah, that would not. I mean, it's Nolan though.
Yeah.
So we could get like a Ben Foster or somebody like that.
There's someone who could knock it out the park. But no, I would have Aaron Eckhart be my Cyborg Superman, and I think that he would be like the main focus, and you can kind of combine Cyborg Superman and Metallo, because when I was a kid I always got those two confused any goddamn way,
right?
And just say that he was in a space accident, got exposed to some shit, got sick, dying. LexCorp takes him in. Lex sees this an opportunity, bada bing, bada boom. You have your cyborg Superman. Lex points him at Superman. Hey, he could have saved you, but he didn't.
Yeah.
You know. In the meanwhile, I really want to just get rid of the goddamn Kryptonite Island.
Right?
But I can't. And I also can't get rid of Clark's kid either.
The not John.
Yep, the not John. Whoever that kid is. Yeah.
The adopted
super
kid.
Yeah. And I really wish that I could just completely take James Marsden out of this so he could actually have a role in Last Stand.
Right, yeah.
You know, but I can't do that either. So, yeah, he's still stuck being the stepdad in this instead of being Cyclops. Yeah.
Well, he got to meet Sonic later, so.
Oh, that's true. But I think that adding Cyborg Superman fixes a lot of this. I think that it takes a lot of the boring shit out.
Yep.
And it gives us fight scenes.
Yes.
Which I don't know if you know this or not. There's not a whole lot of those in that movie.
Do you want to keep the slow motion Gatling gun bullet, terrible CGI bullet that just kind of bounces off his eyeball?
I would keep the Gatling gun scene, take out the slow-mo bullet.
Okay. They showed that in the trailers like 6,000 times.
Bro, I knew we were in trouble when they presented that as the money shot.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we know. Like, yes, we know all of him is immune to bullets.
Yeah. We get it.
We were aware since like 78.
Right. I think those would probably be my main changes, honestly, because it's not that I think that Brandon Routh did a bad job in this thing. I would like to just add like maybe a human conflict in there for him as well.
Right.
Like maybe at first we see Cyborg Superman doing the shit that maybe Superman didn't, or at least it's portrayed that way.
Right.
You know, and maybe you start to see like the public side with this new and improved Superman in this case. You know, there's things you can do with it just to add more of a human conflict in there for Clark, because, you know, human flaws always kind of make movies like this a little bit better, a little bit more relatable.
Right.
What about you, man? What would you do for this one?
Well, first off, I would give Lois also something to do.
Yeah, she don't have. Well, she's got to watch her kid.
She is tremendously forgettable in this movie.
Who she played?
I can't even remember. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't even tell you. Yeah. Let's see. Superman Returns. Yeah, cast. Kate Bosworth.
Oh, that's right.
Actually played her. So
that's right. Yeah, no, she didn't have much to do at all.
Yeah, I would definitely give her something to do. You know, obviously, like going in with your story there and the way that you were going to take it, like if Superman is fighting Cyborg Superman in the A plot and Lex Luthor is using this as a cover to do all the B plot shit, well, somebody's got to figure out that Lex is doing all that, and so that's what that can be Lois's arc. You know,
that would be excellent.
So
yeah,
you know, it's almost like there are a few comic books that go that way.
Yeah, right. If only this one that we could have reviewed where something like this happened.
Yeah. Or, you know, Kevin Spacey could just show up with a flash drive, like, in the second act and be like, here. You're like, why are you telling me all this? Well, because nobody figured out I was doing it, and I want the credit.
Yeah. Give me my goddamn credit.
Give me my credit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oddly enough, man, I think that, like, just those changes would be wonders for that movie.
Yeah, we could at least bring it up from like a 4 to maybe like a 8.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah. And who knows, like, if that had happened, there's a good chance the way that DC wanted to do things back then, we probably would have gotten like a Brandon Routh and Christian Bale team.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying that we want that.
So, like, Batman Begins Christian Bale looks like he would beat the shit out of Superman Returns Superman.
He does.
He was so swole for that.
Oh, yeah, he got... and it's funny, right? Because it doesn't seem like Brandon Routh really got in shape until he played the Atom.
Yeah, he looks really like skinny in the. He damn near looks like Flashpoint Superman in the suit at some points in this movie.
I would also make a few alterations to his suit. That's just it's small potatoes in the grand scheme of things, but I don't know if you notice this or not, but like his cape is so dark red, it's damn near brown.
Yeah,
and it bothers me.
And also the billow on it isn't good. I think it's because it's attached too close to the neck.
Yeah,
it's not wide. You know, it doesn't come out. I don't know. It doesn't look regal.
It doesn't. That's something that I've always kind of praised Snyder for. I love his CG capes.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of complaints about Henry Cavill's Superman, and none of them have anything to do with Henry Cavill or the suit. Yeah. I actually think the black Superman suit looked incredible.
Oh yeah.
But I will say that I think my favorite Superman suit is the 2025, the James Gunn.
That one I was worried about maybe the most, just because we got the still shot before the trailer came out.
Yeah.
And it looked almost not baggy, but just it didn't look like it was really quite form fitting.
Yeah.
You know, so I had a few worries about that, but I think the suit's really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Alrighty. What you got for me?
So this may not come as a surprise to you, but I really, really need you to fix Captain Marvel.
I figured that this was going to be on the list, and I was prepared to hit you with it if you didn't hit me with it. So here's the thing: is this is kind of a softball too, because there's a lot of things in Captain Marvel that I really, really, really like. I can't replace Brie Larson. Obviously, if I could, that'd be the first thing I would do, because I think that would actually fix a lot of problems in this movie. Not all of them, but it would fix 40% if I just could, just kind of, what's Kristen Bell doing? Like, can we get someone that people like in here?
That's so fucking wild. Kristen Bell, not Christian Bale.
Yes.
I know it sounds like I said the same thing, but those are two different people.
Yeah, Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Do you want to build a snowman?
That's right.
Or she's actually in like a million things.
She is.
The Good Place is probably my favorite work of hers. But she was in Smallville, actually.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She's been in everything, man. Yeah. She was in Smallville. She was in. Didn't she have her own CW show for a little while, or she was like a major character in one? She was in Heroes as well.
Right.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I can't do that. So, we're gonna keep Brie Larson in the title in the titular role, and obviously we have to use what's his name?
Ben. Oh no, you mean Jan Rog?
Yeah, we have to use Jan Rog as the villain.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to give Ronan the Accuser a much larger role in this movie. I think what I would probably do with the plot here is I would probably direct this to basically make it look like Jan Rog and Ronan were working together behind the scenes to just continually escalate the war. Now, that may not exactly fit in with Ronan necessarily, so you might have to use another character to kind of like act on his behalf, because I don't see Ronan sitting down with Jan Rog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it could even be like two people behind the scenes, like maybe Ronan and Jan Rog don't even know about this. Maybe we use two other characters. Or, at this point in the Infinity Saga, they even could have got Thanos involved in this.
That's what I actually had in mind.
It's like maybe Thanos is manipulating both of them into just escalating this war and keeping it going for whatever reason,
And I would even take it so far as to, like, if you don't want to have a lot of Thanos in this, which I understand, you can use more of the Black Order, because we don't get a lot of them in the other movies.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, if I'm going to use Thanos for this, I'm going to have Thanos be in the movie at the beginning, and then I'm not going to reveal that he's behind everything until the end.
Yeah.
In this, I would also, the main problem with this movie is that the main character does not struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I think I would probably have some scenes here where Carol is like having a hard time fitting in with like the various cultures, right? She's having a hard time like finding her place, basically. Almost a Superman type situation where it's like she's trying to find somewhere that she fits in, even though like there's essentially she's like displaced, right? She ends up here on Earth and doesn't quite fit in because of how powerful she has become, kind of situation. I would up the amount of Fury and Coulson in this movie significantly. I might even give them like a buddy cop B plot that takes up quite a bit of it.
Right.
And then I would also, you're not going to like this, but as far as like Marvel goes, I think I would either like, I'm fine with her having the kind of elderly-ish fighter pilot type mentor situation. What I wouldn't be fine with, or what I'm not fine with, is what they actually did, like where they just kind of stuck Marvel's name on this lady.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with her character staying in the movie. I would rather take Marvel's name completely out of the film than what they did.
Or, like, so much of this story in the actual movie we don't see.
Right. We're just kind of told.
We're just told.
We're not really shown.
Yeah. I think if you really want to make it more personal, just have Carol reflect on, I had a mentor, Marvel. He was killed by Thanos.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's, quick, easy, and it gives her a personal connection after Thanos.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we're going to do the, like, Thanos in the background shit, too, you can always have a situation where, like, okay, well, maybe Marvel found out about what he was doing, and then Thanos put a stop to it. And after that, like, he found somebody else, Jan Rog, who was, like, more than willing to, keep this going. And you don't have to shit all over Jan Rog as, like, a character in order to do that either, because you have to remember that in his mind, he's fighting the good fight against the Kree.
Yeah.
So for him to escalate the war on, with the gifts of this, benevolent, other party,
right?
That to him is like he's like trying to save his people, or he's looking out for his people. Even though it's actually like just warmongering, but that's what they always say.
Yeah, that's what they always do.
So, but those are the key ways I would fix Captain Marvel, and I think, actually having those reveals in there, having the emotional weight of Carol, like actually finding out that she's been on the wrong side of this thing the whole time. Maybe we even have a Sally Field guest star, spot. The whole time. I think all of that would definitely help here. I think you put Thanos in the movie at least a little bit, especially given where this movie took place.
Absolutely.
In the timeline, like, let's reveal a little more of, like, like pre-Infinity War, Thanos. So, those are the main things I would do to fix it. You got anything else?
There's so much to fix in this movie.
Yeah.
I love your premise. You also have to do something with the scroll, because the scrolls...
Oh, yeah.
Again, they have so much potential. It's crazy how Marvel fumbled them twice.
Yeah.
It's even to the point where if you go back and look at Captain Marvel, which I don't recommend, but if you do, in the opening scenes in the movie, when you look at the scrolls, they have this evil look on their face, and they even got like the purple veins, and just they're almost feral looking. And then you see them after they reveal that they're actually the good people in this movie, and like they look completely different. And it's not a subtle thing they did there. It's actually kind of just a blatant bait switch type deal that they did that didn't really work though.
Yeah.
I would instead of just having them be the straight up victims in all of this, take like one of the few things that Secret Invasion got right, and then actually have that be in Captain Marvel, where some scrolls are, trying to be good people, but other ones are very villainous.
Yeah.
Dickbags. I don't know who has the rights to Super Scroll, whether it be Marvel or Fantastic Four. Figure that shit out, and maybe because Captain Marvel also suffers from not having any physical threats.
Right. Yeah. No.
And she needs some.
Absolutely. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I think also they need to tone down her power a little bit, and at least until the end of the movie.
Yeah, I always thought it was interesting. Even before the movie came out, I was worried when Kevin Feige was promoting this movie, saying that she's the strongest Avenger.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that she's not even the strongest Avenger in the comics.
Right, yeah.
And also, he's never spoken about who the strongest Avenger is until now. Why is he bringing this up now?
It's like, why is this being brought up at all? Yeah. This just made me think about, and this is off topic, but you heard about this Rocket Raccoon scene that they cut from Endgame where he's talking about the Chitauri or whatever?
No.
Apparently, the scene where they're like talking about where all the Infinity Stones are, like in the timeline, and like they, one of them is they show like the Battle of New York or whatever, and they're like watching it up on the monitors. Apparently, they cut a Rocket Raccoon scene where he's like, "You guys fought the Chitauri for 3 hours? They're like the worst army in the galaxy. All you gotta do is blow up the mothership, and they all just fall over." And apparently, Tony was like, "Yeah, we didn't know that at the time."
That's great.
I was like, "That's a great scene."
That implies then that if the Guardians had been in that battle,
it would have been over so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But no, great way to fix Captain Marvel. It takes it from like a whatever the fuck it is when I would score it to being at least like a passable, watchable movie. I mean, you still have to deal with Brie Larson being completely unlikable in it, but giving her more human flaws, like you suggested, it really helps make her more personable, whether she wants to be or not.
Got it. You ready to step it up a little bit? Step up the difficulty just a tad?
Give me what you got.
Okay. The next movie on my list, I had Captain Marvel on my list too, so I would like you to fix Spider-Man 3.
I had that on my list too. You son of a bitch. And the fucked up thing is, that's the only one that I didn't make any notes for. It's like Spider-Man 3. Nah.
We all know.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing about this, right? Under different circumstances, this is a very easy movie to fix. But underneath this rule set, it becomes way more difficult.
Yeah, if it was just like full tilt, you could just do whatever you want. Be like, okay, well, here is what they actually did. Don't do any of this.
Right.
We can keep Bryce Dallas Howard. That's about it.
That's the movie so far.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is difficult because Sandman, Proto-Goblin, and Venom all have to remain in the movie.
Yeah, you have to do the heel turn.
Yep. Have to do the heel turn, have to do the full symbiote suit with Peter.
You do not have to have him dance down the street.
I do not have to have that. I'm definitely cutting that out. Expeditiously. With the quickness. Okay, how to fix Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. Alright, so I think that you're going to have to segment these villain scenes, and I would almost have this taken in a completely different approach. So I think what I would do is, at least for like the first 2/3 of the movie, I'm actually going to focus more so on MJ and fixing her in this.
That's gonna be tough. You got an uphill battle.
I got an uphill battle, but she's still in the movie, but I'm changing her arc in this shit. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have the movie almost focus more from her POV because I think it looks way more interesting seeing the changes in Peter from her POV. I think that she sees the new suit. Where did that come from? You don't know. Well, Peter, maybe we should check this out. Okay, it's making you stronger. I get it. You like that. I'm not going to have them break up, at least not in the beginning.
Right.
Because, that shit just made her look like a terrible human being.
It did. They made her look so terrible in that movie.
Absolutely. I want to have her be like this ride or die who is trying to get her own career on track, but is also very worried about her boyfriend.
Right.
I want us to see from Mary Jane's POV the changes in Peter's life. And that he's going down like a real kind of twisted path here. He's getting more violent. He's not doing sing and dance numbers. He's starting to be more aggressive even with her. And I would even take a small cue from the video game, the latest Spider-Man 2 Insomniac video game, and have Peter not even remember going out at night in the suit. Just like, I don't remember patrolling at all last night. As far as the villains go, I would again, first 2/3 of the movie have MJ being the main focal point, or like our POV. I would also have her interact with Harry as well because there's a strong connection there.
Right.
And trying to see where he's at in his mindset. And we got to do something with goddamn Harry, man.
Yeah. And Sandman. And Villain. Or Venom.
And Venom.
I like how No Way Home had like 7 villains and managed to pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
It's like, and then Spider-Man will take all the villains back to his apartment. What?
Yeah. And somehow the shit worked. Yeah. But no, I think with Harry, I actually have I don't pull the trigger with him immediately in like the first 5 minutes of him being the Goblin.
Right.
Maybe have him working on this shit in the background, and maybe him seeing this more aggressive Peter. Okay, I have even more cause now to want to stop this motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, I have to stop him.
Yep,
it has to be me.
It's got to be me. Yep, someone else would have gotten it wrong.
Got it wrong. Yeah.
And the way I would have this happen is Act 2, have Peter kill Sandman. And they kind of do something similar in the movie already, so, it's not that far of a reach. Have Peter presumably kill Sandman, and then maybe this is when Peter's like, okay, maybe I have gone just a bridge too far. Because I think I just killed a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's saying something because Sandman to me had like the best arc in that whole movie.
Right.
But I don't think that ruins anything that he has going on in this. And as far as Venom goes, I think after Peter does the Sandman kill, he does the one part of the movie that I actually really enjoy, the church scene with the bell tower. There's no Reed Richards here, so this is definitely the best place to do it.
Right.
Get rid of the symbiote suit.
You could add him.
Oh, no, I couldn't, because Fox.
Well, but that's not part of the rules, though. I don't suppose. I guess we could keep it that way. Yeah. I mean, Sony could just them and Fox could team up.
Wolverine was almost in Spider-Man 2, in like a cameo. Yeah, that close.
Which although this was in what 2006. 2006. So yeah, you would have gotten Ayun, whatever his name is.
Yep. Would have gotten him.
Ayun Gufford? Is it Gufford?
Something like that. He's got a weird name.
Weird ass name.
Yeah. What's your name, sir? Vowels.
Yes.
With an N.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, I gotta keep Topher Grace's Venom.
You do. One of the worst castings. I like Topher Grace.
I do too.
Just not as this.
Yeah, he tried. So with Topher, this movie's so cram packed, man. Like I can't add an hour to this goddamn runtime.
Nope.
So yeah, man, with Topher, yeah, he's still gonna get the symbiote. Is this the best CG that we can do for Venom in 06?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, it looks better than
Yeah.
the Superman Returns CG, and that was also 06.
Yeah.
That hurts.
That's true.
DC
Ooh.
was fucking up even then.
Dog. I mean, we had Batman Begins in 05, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
I really always consider Nolan's trilogy to be just in its own
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess anyway, to wrap this up, what I would do for the third act, you still have Venom obviously being the third act with, I guess you have to bring back Sandman to show that he's not really dead. And then you still have to bring in Harry as well. It's damn near unavoidable to avoid the fucking melee at the end of this goddamn movie.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean it's gonna have to divulge into this fucking waylay at the end. I guess the thing I would do though is that I would have Harry come. This is when I would have Harry come as the Goblin, whether he wants to. First of all, the fucking weird glider skater kid shit. I'm fixing that. I'm just gonna make him the Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
I'm making him the Hobgoblin, and he's gonna have to show up here at the end of this movie. And if he still wants to kill himself, then fine. I don't care. But I think it works best though if it's actually Sandman who makes the turn here.
Yeah.
Simply because he's the only one here who doesn't have murderous intent besides Spider-Man, you know.
Yeah.
So I would actually have Sandman make the turn here. I would, because it never made any sense for Sandman and Venom to team up.
No.
Never. So yeah, I would have Sandman be like, I don't want anything to do with you guys murder. I didn't know we were going to murder Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because that's what we're here to do.
Right. So I would have him make the turn first, and then you can do your Venom and Sandman melee in one scene, but then you have your Hobgoblin and your Peter fight scene, and then that can kind of break down into a, bro, I'm sorry I killed your dad. You know,
yeah.
You can do that whole thing here in sincerity because Peter no longer has the symbiote. Harry's thinking clearer now, and then maybe they can both be like, okay, well, Sandman's getting his ass kicked by the alien, so maybe we should do something.
Right.
Yeah. And then the way that they can end this with Harry still dying from that.
Yeah, in the Venom fight.
Yeah, in the Venom fight. You have Sandman blow away to a wonderful beach paradise with his daughter. And you can still have Peter and Mary break up because this movie would take them through some tough shit. But you can leave them on a hopeful note.
Right.
And as far as Venom goes, you never want to kill Venom, not like this at least. Separate him from the symbiote, throw his ass in jail, put the symbiote in containment. To be continued.
Right, yeah.
That's a tough movie to fix, man.
It is. I think the only thing I would add, I think I would probably have, I like your idea of like having Spider-Man more violent with the Venom suit. I think I would actually have Eddie being like the reporter on that. And kind of have MJ being like, this guy's just like, this is like some tabloid shit. He's like slandering Spider-Man like Peter would never do that.
Yeah.
And she slowly comes to find out that like Eddie actually isn't doing that.
Yeah.
He's reporting on what's actually what Peter's actually doing with the suit on. And I think that would be a cool way to put, to give both of those characters something to do that supports the A plot.
That would definitely be the move to make, I think. Yeah. I dig that. Yeah, it'd probably take it from, what would you score Spider-Man 3? Like a fucking 5?
Yeah. There you have it, folks.
Yeah, it'll take from that and definitely bump it up a good bit, I think.
Yeah, it's hard. Like it's probably really a 4 because like Bryce Dallas Howard being in the movie is it gets a point for me from that. So yeah,
that's facts. Yep.
Honestly though, I'll be for real. Like I would just cut that character out if I had that choice because
she didn't have anything to do.
There's nothing for her to do.
Yeah.
Not even in our new version.
Yeah, we still don't have anything for Gwen Stacy. This movie's already fucking cram packed. We can't add Gwen Stacy to this shit.
No, we fuck it. She gets a C plot and becomes Spider Gwen, and then we just gonna she can join the fucking melee at the end. Because why not?
Why not? Yeah, she just swings in anyway.
Yeah. I heard you need some help. Peter's like, I do. Where the fuck did you come from?
Gwen?
Yeah. Don't think about it.
Holy shit, that's great.
The movie's gonna make $1 billion, Peter. Don't think about it.
All right, since we're kicking it up a notch,
yeah,
Caleb, I need you to fix X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Okay. I was like, man, if this motherfucker's like, I need you to fix Zack Snyder's Watchmen or something like that, I was like, oh no, please. I don't know how to do that without just putting the graphic novel. X-Men Dark Phoenix. Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
I give you a freebie. I wrote down kill Mystique sooner.
Yeah. and I have to. So I'll be honest. Like the biggest thing, this didn't. I'm not gonna like let Fox get away with this hamstringing the movie. But, like, as far as me trying to fucking fix it, the biggest problem is that, like, fucking Apocalypse still has to happen.
No, Apocalypse has already happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It still happened. Like, that movie I can't touch.
Nope.
And that significantly puts me at a disadvantage going into this film. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. And I can't just do, I wouldn't have made this. That's how I would fix it. Okay. And I can't fucking fix the other major problem, which is recasting Jean Grey.
Nope.
Fucking Christ, man. Okay, so the character that was it Jessica Chastain that played the weird alien character? Mm-hmm. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to put her into the background and take that arc is not happening, right? that we're never even going to talk about the aliens at all or any of that shit. Her character can be a cameo, like a nice wink and a nod to like the super comic fan.
That works.
Yeah. Just a pure cameo and that's it. Fucking Christ. So I'm also going to give James McAvoy something to do other than look like a dickbag for the entire film. Mm-hmm. So also because we don't have a Reed Richards here, I think what I'm gonna do actually is
you can actually put Reed in this one because it's Fox.
That's true. I could put Reed in this one. But it would be the other one.
No, Miles Teller.
Yeah. Well, the problem. Miles Teller ain't the problem with that.
That's true, but it's what comes with that.
Yeah, it's like it would come with it. Like, okay, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have. So when after the Phoenix Force hits Jean, I will have them go back to the lab, and I'm gonna have Xavier and fucking Beast try to figure out what's wrong with her, and they can't. And so they're going to take her to the cool-ass compound thing that is not nearly as cool as Fox wanted it to be, that the Fantastic Four get at the end of Fan Force.
The not Baxter building.
Yeah, this is in the middle of fucking like Zimbabwe or whatever building. So he's going to be like, well, there's only one other person that I know that could fix you or whatever, that might know what's going on here. They're going to take her to Reed. And you may be at home thinking, you're supposed to fix this movie. But you know what? I I am fixing it because this monstrosity that I'm constructing is still better than the shit we got, right? So I'm actually going to have the Phoenix Force activate while Reed is like looking at her, right? And then we're going to get a brief scene where Jean fucks the Fantastic Four from Fantastic all to shit. She doesn't kill him, but she fucks him up. And this at least gives us like it's like, you know, it's the scene where like Thanos came in and beat the Hulk up at the beginning of the movie, right? We instantly have some kind of stakes here in this thing. I think after this happens, I think this is where we do the Mystique death.
Okay.
I think Mystique, I think we have Jean, you know, we have a scene where Jean wakes up in the middle of the night at the X Mansion and she's walking down the hall, and for some reason people always leave their door cracked when they're talking about, you know, their super secret plans. And she hears Mystique arguing with Charles. And we can actually bring this full circle because of the way that they set up their relationship in First Class, right? And how it kind of evolved. And honestly, I like the character work with that relationship that they did. It just doesn't fit Mystique and Xavier.
Yeah.
Like if it was like not paying any attention to those characters, just like the actual story there was great.
Yeah.
They just should have done it with someone else.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna since it's already there, we're gonna use it. We're gonna go full circle with that, and we're gonna have her kind of pleading with Charles, like, you saw what she did to, you know, the Fantastic Four. It's dangerous to keep her here. We have to do something to contain her, something or another. Charles won't do it. So instead of, you know, making him look like an asshole, he's like, no, we're not going to do that. She's one of our own. We'll figure out a way for her to contain the power, or like I'll train her how to control it, you know. And Mystique tries to take things in their own hands, and that's when the Phoenix Force ends up obliterating Mystique. And then at this point, you have Jean go on the run. When she goes on the run, of course, she's going to go to Magneto. And this weird ass like Krakoa type shit they tried to do.
Yeah, weak ass Krakoa they got.
Yeah,
they couldn't. I guess they used up the budget. They couldn't afford a Genosha. So.
Yeah, right. And that's actually what I'm gonna do here. Is like she's gonna go to Genosha and Genosha, and here this is where we're gonna actually see Magneto, like he's like actually running shit. You know, Michael Fassbender had a great arc in Apocalypse. He's like the only person who had a good arc in that movie. The scene where he goes to Auschwitz, was fucking incredible. I mean, all of his stuff was great.
Yeah,
that's it though. I got nothing else for you. So Michael Fassbender, we have this whole thing in Genosha, and like he's playing Genosha up, whatever, the whole deal. And this is where I'm going to hit the shit from X-Men 97. I'm actually going to do the Sentinel attack.
The Sentinel attack.
I'm actually going to have the Sentinels fucking attack Genosha while she's there. Like, after he's, like, done explaining, like, what a cool place this is. And I'm actually going to have all these cameos from the, like, from the X-Men here. Like, you know, obviously, Nightcrawler is wanted from Assassinating the President, so he's going to fucking be here.
Right.
And we're actually going to have the fucking Sentinels attack, like, soon after she shows up, right? And we're going to actually have the Phoenix Force be kind of, like, instrumental in that whole thing. And at that point, that's when even Magneto, though, he's going to be glad that Genosha was saved, but he's also going to be like, holy shit, like, she is dangerous, you know? But it being Magneto, he has to kind of do this thing where he tries to cultivate it first. You know, it's like, oh, you know, do this whole thing where it's like, oh, you're amazing.
Right.
You know, like, we have to use this power. Honestly, the only thing that I could think of here that would really, truly, well, I was going to say you have to have her kill Charles, but I want to do that again. What you do is you have... Magneto doesn't know that Mystique is dead. So you have Charles come and visit as they're like rebuilding Genosha, and this is where Charles actually reveals to Magneto, like, you like, I think you have maybe James McAvoy could pull this off flawlessly. He's trying to like reason with Magneto about all of this, right? Like, he's just trying to appeal to him logically about like why they need to do something about the Phoenix. And like when that doesn't work and Magneto's doing his shit where he's like, no, she's magnificent. This is going to change the world, Charles. Like, once they find out, once the humans find out about the Phoenix, like they're never going to try to do this shit again, whatever. And then you just have James McAvoy just hit him with it. Like, she killed Mystique.
Yep.
And like that is the moment, like that's the thing that like changes his mind. And then you basically have them try to shut her down at that point. I think that's my fix.
That's a good fix. I dig that a lot. I like that a lot, actually.
No train scene at the end.
Which they did extensive reshoots to add that to the movie.
No aliens. I really wish I could recast the Jean Grey actress. Unfortunately not. Fortunately, I can't do it.
The funniest scene in that movie, I don't know if you remember this, it was from the guy that played Scott Summers.
Yes.
And I don't remember the exact line of who he even said it to, but he said something along the lines of, if you touch her, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, they are allotted one F-bomb because it is a PG-13 movie, and they give it to the most non-intimidating version of Scott Summers that has ever been put to screen. And it's just so out of left field, like it didn't fit at all. And instead of it being like this serious, intimidating moment, that shit was just hilarious.
Yeah.
I really do dig your fix for Dark Phoenix. As a matter of fact, like the things that I have for that, like I think only add to the background of it. And it's shit like building the tension in the movie. I would have it, I would almost present it or have it feel like whenever you see a movie when someone is dying of an illness and you know that they'll have a very limited time. I would try to build the tension like that with Jean. Make it feel like there's just only a very limited time that she has left. And with that, I would also build up the younger X-Men in this movie as well. The characters like the young Cyclops and whichever other young X-Men they want to have in that movie. Just try to actually make them feel like a family unit.
Right.
So I would spend a lot of time with them trying to do that. And honestly, outside of like the action scenes in the beginning like you had with the Fantastic Four, I really wouldn't have focus on a whole lot of action until we get to the Genosha scene. And the Genosha scene and everything else in between. I really would have just trying to have the X-Men more feel like a family and like they are losing a member, but also feel like there's a ticking time bomb because whenever this Dark Phoenix thing activates again, they know it could be the end of everything, I
actually think I'll change my answer a little bit because I like where you're going with this. I think maybe what we do is, obviously, like most of the viewers know that the Phoenix is dangerous, but I think for the sake of the movie, we don't play it that way. So maybe when she wrecks the Fantastic Four, she doesn't do it maliciously. It's a thing where like Reed's like, all right, well, let's see what you can do, and kind of like puts her against them in like a training scenario. And like, so she doesn't like fuck them up, but it's like, oh man, none of the Fantastic Four are really a match for her. Like, okay, well, this is serious, So you could do it that way, and where it's just like a, it's a friendly like training scenario, but they really show off her powers where they just can't really touch her. And then you have it kind of escalate there until she kills Mystique. Have that kind of be the first time that you see the malice of it.
Yeah.
So I think that works better, actually.
I do dig that.
Because then us as the viewers like, oh, fuck. And then when she goes to Genosha and the Sentinels fucking attack, and she saves them ultimately, you're like, okay, well, is she going to learn how to control it? And then ultimately, no.
You're right. I would maybe also have her snap incidentally before she goes to Genosha. Just have some kind of incident happen that would cause the government to send the Sentinels to Genosha.
Yeah.
When she's there. Like, oh, well, we could take her out of the Xavier's Institute, but if she's going to Genosha, we can just get rid of all those dirty muties.
Yeah, every last one of them.
Yeah. The only other idea I had, this is before, all the amazing things that you just added to this, but I was going to add Sinister as the main threat.
After they fucking teased us for 29 movies and never Never, never. So they still haven't used Sinister.
Still.
To this day. Kevin Feige's going to go to his fucking grave like, no Mr. Sinister. I think Marvel's going to pull the trigger on that for sure.
I think so too. Absolutely.
How many do you think we're going to have time for? We're about an hour and a half into this.
Yeah, what do you want to do? One more piece?
One more piece? Okay. It's my turn?
Yeah, because I gave you Dark Phoenix, so yep.
All right, so I have a... All right, I'm going to let you choose, okay? So for the highest difficulty here, I have a movie that is very insanely difficult to fix without you just whipping out the graphic novel and being like, this. Or I have a curveball I can throw you. And I will let you pick which one.
Okay. Fuck.
Ooh, the deliberation.
Give me the curveball.
Okay. You get to fix Game of Thrones Season 8.
I should have picked the other option.
Do you want to know what the other option was?
What was it?
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation.
It is. Yeah.
You're like, I'll take Game of Thrones.
Take Game of Thrones. Because otherwise, I would just say, I'll call up Alan Moore.
You just have to write. You have to write a brand new movie.
Right. Hey, hello, Mr. Moore. If you could fix League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie, what would you do?
I mean, that's damn near like if they just like released Mortal Kombat Annihilation and said that it was a G.I. Joe film.
Right.
Like,
I understand his bitterness, but I mean, he just never let go. Okay. Wow. So I have to fix season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Yep. Sure do.
Oh.
Same rules. You can't fire Dan and Dave.
Shit.
You can't you can't like recast anybody. Although that wasn't the problem.
That's not the problem.
The casting was great.
Yeah. All right. So, how much of the story am I allowed to change here?
You can change whatever you want as long as you don't like delete anybody.
Okay. Well, the show deletes plenty of people. All right. So, first of all, I believe it's episode 3 where we get the big battle at Winterfell. I mean, episode 3, right?
Yes, with the long night. Yeah,
the long night. Yeah. I'm making it possible so that people can see the fights.
Okay, some stage lights.
Yeah, getting some nice high quality stage lights going on here. Then I'm gonna do this crazy thing where I have Jon Snow and the Night King actually fight.
So you're gonna keep that in episode 3?
I could keep this in episode 3. The other issue is this. Once the Night King was dead, it kind of felt like small potatoes.
Right.
Afterwards. But at the same time, you also have to resolve the Dany issue. You have to make it good first, and then you have to resolve the Dany issue. So they are juggling some things, and unfortunately, you can't really resolve the Dany issue in my POV until you resolve the problem, or until you resolve the issue with the Night King.
Right.
So you do have to do that before you pull the trigger with Dany all the way, at least from my perspective. I think that because it's 8 episodes.
I think it was only 6 or 7.
Okay.
I think it was only 6 though.
Okay, yeah, it might be. It might have been.
We have the technology.
We do. Because if it's only 6 episodes, then I think I might still do it at episode 3.
Only 6.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I think episode 3, I might still have that be where John gets the kill. Sorry, Arya, I love you and you're a fantastic character, but that's that's almost like fucking Gamora. Well, no, that would make more sense. I would say it'd be like Gamora getting the kill on Thanos, but that actually tracks.
So actually, can we do that?
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, it'd be like a character who just didn't have any business being there, really getting the kill on Thanos. Like, well, you're cool and all, but that's not what we were building to.
Monica Rambeau just randomly shows up just to kill all Thanos. Yeah. I went back to the lab and I designed this anti-Thanos acid.
Yeah, threw it right in his face.
Yeah.
Did the job. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna make Littlefinger smart again, so that
he was dead.
Was he already dead?
He dies in the end of season 7.
It's at the end of 7 when he dies.
Yeah, when they do the whole like the fake trial shit and kill him. Yeah, that happens in season 7. So can't use him. He dead.
Yeah, he's already dead. Then okay, well, I mean I guess that resolves itself.
You still have time for Varys to still be smart.
I still have time for Varys to be smart. Yeah, but do I really? Okay,
You have time for Tyrion to be smart still.
I have time for Jaime to still be smart.
Oh God, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, boy, there's just so many different avenues. Oh boy, yeah. Like I really just need to sit down with Dan and David and be like, all right, guys, look, I don't know what the fuck George told you, but he's either trolling you or he has no fucking idea what he's doing anymore.
I've been to the future. He still hasn't come out with another book.
Yeah.
So knowing that, he knows the ending he gave you guys is terrible. You have the chance to fix it.
Yes.
And if George doesn't like it, then he can come up with it, put his own ending in the books when he writes them.
Absolutely. All right. So with Jaime, I don't have him fucking go back to die with his sister. I mean, and I understand the retrospective view on this and the pseudo justification for it, but at the end of the day, it's a shit ending for his character.
Yes.
So I do agree with Jaime dying. I think that him having kind of that him making that long term face turn and then dying, but this time having to mean something, I think is great. As a matter of fact, I think that maybe I would have the Kingslayer. I would maybe have the Kingslayer just in a sense of hero's irony. Have him die fighting the Night King. That gives Jon the opportunity to get the kill.
Oh, I really love that.
So he still gets his epic death, and Jon still is able to get that provides Jon the opportunity, like the reasoning, the way that he gets the kill.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. As far as Cersei goes, Cersei used to be well written. I remember those days.
Yes, once upon a time.
Yeah, once upon a time, a real long time ago.
It wasn't back in 94.
It was not back in 94, no.
I think Game of Thrones came out in 95.
Yeah, was that when book one came out?
I think so.
Okay. But before I get to Cersei, I suppose I should do something with Dany. All right, so
96.
96, okay. Okay, so 2 years away. All right. With Dany, okay, boy, there's so much that needs to be fixed here. All right, so
It's so much.
It's so much. Okay, so first of all, what were those ballistas called? The Scorpions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's one of those things that's good in concept, but should be awful in practice. Like, you got to have expert aim, timing, and precision to use one of those motherfuckers to hit a fucking dragon.
Yeah, a moving target in the air.
Yeah.
That moves fast as fuck.
And breathes fire.
Faster than anything that you guys have ever seen move, basically.
Right. Yeah, you don't have anything that you can practice on that will simulate that same thing.
Right.
So.
And you're also on a ship.
Yeah.
That rocks.
Right.
And moves.
Exactly. And you are, unlike your target, a sitting object.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I understand that they want to find a way to eliminate Danny's dragons. That's a shit idea. It doesn't work.
No.
Doesn't work. Not. So we got to figure out a way to fix that.
One of them would already be dead.
One is already like an ice zombie dragon. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I was not opposed to giving the Night King an ice zombie dragon.
I wasn't either. I was just very confused as to where he got the change from. That he dragged the dragon out of like the icy, because like,
well, he would have got it from the wildlings that they turned. Remember, they had them big ass chains that they put on the gates when they seized the wall.
Okay,
that's probably what the ones they got.
Okay, I'll let that slide
from the giants.
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck did he get?
Now, why they had them handy? You know,
he's had a lot of time to prep this.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. All right. So. Oh yeah. So you have 2 dragons left. Okay. You don't have one of them get fucking rocked by a rogue scorpion. That'd be like me throwing a rock and taking down the 747. Like how I did it. You know, I'm a fucking legend. I don't know how you get rid of the other dragon, and that's a shit thing, man. I mean, it's a fucking force of nature, bro. Like,
I mean, you don't have to kill it.
I guess you don't. Yeah. I mean, and at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna choose to not kill it just because Danny's gonna win the siege anyway.
Right.
You know. I'm not gonna have Cersei surrender. I'm gonna have her be selfish and reluctant to the end. But I'm gonna have her like forcefully removed, and then I'm gonna have Danny turn batshit for no reason after that. No, I'm not. What do you do with Danny, man?
Not have her turn batshit for no reason.
I think that's a good idea.
That's probably the biggest fix you could do for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a good fix. But I feel like you have to do something with her after that. I don't know if the right call is for Danny to be happily ever after. Yay, I did it. Mission complete. And that's it. I don't know if there's very many characters that I won't say deserve, but that would be a suitable ending for them in Game of Thrones.
I'll be honest, man. For me, like Danny and Jon, like tying the knot and like ruling the kingdom together with their dragons, because like he obviously can get the other one. Like, is it cliche? Sure. I vastly love it over what we got. I mean,
bro, I would love you name it. I would love it over what we got.
Right, we're not trying to make it perfect. We're just trying to, we're just trying to make it to where like the whole fandom didn't.
Yeah, I would love if Danny and Jon went to clown school and became professional jesters and lived out their wildest fantasies together. No,
it's a weird kink, but they're kink shame.
That's superhero rule number 11. Yeah, no kink shame.
How you gonna fix Tyrion? He hasn't come up at all.
He has not. I'm going to have Tyrion be the reason why Cersei steps down eventually. It's so hard to, you can't force a powerful scene, but I think with those 2 actors, with Peter Dinklage and Lena Headey, I think they've had so many amazing scenes together. We can get a good enough scene out of them, And I would even say let this scene chew the fat.
Yeah.
A scene where like they lay all this shit on the table and lay everything bare, their grievances with one another, the shit that they've gone through. And then towards the end of this conversation, you have Tyrion say, "Do you know that Jaime's dead? That he died for this war? That you didn't believe in enough to help us fight, and maybe if you helped us, we'd stood a better chance." Have him appeal to whatever small measure of humanity she has left, to swallow her dignity and her pride, to surrender. And I would much. I like the idea of John and Dany ruling together. I still don't think that's what John wants. That Mace to be what Dany wants, but I think I might give it to Tyrion. Yeah. I think I would leave him to be the one to rule. Now, what I would do with John and Dany, this world is a big ass world, dog, and they got dragons.
Yeah. That's true. They could go around just like kind of righting wrongs and shit.
Yeah. I mean,
defending the downtrodden.
Yeah, who the fuck's gonna stop them? Freeing the enslaved. Righting all the wrongs. Like, I think I can see them doing that versus sitting down and trying to work out trade agreements and treaties and shit.
Yeah.
I can see Tyrion doing that though.
Yeah.
As far as Bran,
oh God,
Jesus Christ, that's not who he is. But what do you do with him? I don't know, man.
I think for me, I'm gonna steal this, but I think it's dope. I think once the Night King is dead, they actually they think that all the whites are gonna be destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think when the Night King dies, I think you have the walkers themselves be destroyed, but the actual like zombies, the whites, I think they just go crazy. Like they are just unhinged now. They're just zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for Bran, you have him essentially become the new three-eyed raven, and he controls them all. Like he uses his ability to go, all right, well, this is going to be what I have to do now for all time.
Yeah.
Because if I let them go, then they'll run all over the world, And so I think he goes up and sits on the Night King's throne and basically like controls them all.
Yeah.
And that's how he is for the rest of time in that meditative state. Basically, he's like actively fucking keeping tabs on them.
In that regard, he kind of Loki's himself.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm honestly stealing this from WoW, from Wrath of the Lich King. The Bolvar Four Dragon. That's kind of basically how his character arc ends, but it's honestly perfect for this. So
yeah. What do you do with Varys?
I think I would have Varys end up being the hand.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I was going to say actually. What about the Clegane Bowl?
Clegane Bowl you keep.
Yeah. I was gonna say like I don't have any real issues with that though.
And maybe this just popped in my head. Maybe like because Dany's not going to burn the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they put Cersei on trial. She of course demands a trial by combat and picks the mountain.
Yeah.
And then the crown is represented by the Hound, and he wins or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they execute that bitch. by fire.
Yes.
Because that's what we all really wanted to see.
Yeah. And that would have been Excellent.
I think I also would have. I think I would actually have Arya die fighting the Night King. Like I would have her die in the fight, and I would still have Jon use the dagger.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I think in the fight with the Night King, like
I like that idea.
Yeah,
because we're all expecting him to use Longclaw to do it, but having it be the dagger is, I think that's a good twist.
I think so. The way I would do it is, you know, in the fight or whatever, like, you know, you have a situation where the Night King fucking, you know, backhands Arya. She's alive, but she's gonna die. Like you hear the ribs cracking, and while this is happening, you cut to Jaime fighting the Night King. Whatever, he's trying to do his best to fight the Night King. Jon goes up to Arya, and he's already lost Longclaw. He doesn't have him, and Arya hands him the dagger and says, "Stick him with the pointy end."
Oh,
and like that's how the fight, like that's how he ends up killing him with the dagger.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
full circle.
God damn. They don't pay us enough for this.
They don't. Yeah, we're just giving them free shit here. Dan and Dave are gonna listen to this and be like, "Fuck, God damn! How did we not do that?" They'll blame it on George.
What was the name of the pirate bastard? Vile piece of shit. He just miraculously...
He's a Greyjoy. Euron.
Euron Greyjoy. That's right. Yeah.
His name sounds a lot like urine.
It does. I think that was done on purpose.
I honestly... He's a cool character in the books. He really, really is. I'd have left that motherfucker out of the show. Like, he's just so... I mean, I guess you could put him in here and give Theon and Yara something to do.
Yeah.
I also would have, like, not had Dorne be... a huge nothing burger.
Yeah, it was a nothing burger. But there's nothing you can do about that now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of, like, I would have just left Dorne out of it other than, like, season 4. Because, I mean, clearly, you just kind of say, you know, oh, well, after the stuff that happened with, Pedro Pascal, before he was in everything.
Oh, yeah. He was...
Prince.
Yep.
He's like my favorite character, and now I can't think of his name.
What the fuck, man? Like, I would have been able to say it had you not...
Had we not been trying to think about it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I can't believe I can't recall it. That's going to bother me.
Yeah. Damn it.
Right.
What is his damn name? Prince. It's like right there. The Viper.
Oberyn Martell.
Oberyn Martell.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Any other day, I would have been able to write that one up. I don't know why. It was.
My name is Oberyn Martell. You killed my sister. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. It was, in fact, he that should have prepared to die.
I mean, are you also going to add like a Morgan Freeman narration to the season?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Why not?
Why not? Fuck it. Yeah.
And then you have him close the book at the end of it. And that is the story of A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to show you my notes since we're done with mine. Anyway, let's see. Where do I have it here? So yeah, right here at the bottom.
Do I want to fuck with that?
Game of Thrones season 8,
and you knew the answer was going to be yes to that question.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I gotta, you know, I gotta.
You don't have to.
You know, I gotta see how the episode was flowing.
Yeah, motherfucker. All right. So I got.
At least I didn't hit you with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That's true.
You'd had to write that whole script. We'd still be sitting here.
We'd still be sitting there. All right, and all right. So for the 15-minute mark of the movie, we're gonna have to do this.
Yeah. We're gonna have to actually introduce these characters.
Yeah. All right. So for your last pick, You know, I was gonna do something that was gonna be relatively challenging, like just to give you a heads up. Like the ones I had left were 2016 Suicide Squad.
They already fixed that movie. James Gunn already fixed that movie.
And then I also had Birds of Prey. I really thought about giving you that one as well.
Oh yeah, I can fix that real quick. Just don't make it. Just don't make this.
But instead, because you gave me fucking season 8 Game of Thrones, I'm gonna give you, Caleb. I need you to fix 1990 Captain America.
Oh boy. Oh, I was like, man, please let him say Iron Man 3. I've been talking about how you can fix this movie for years. 1990 Captain America. All right, well, I just want to start out with, under no circumstances, for any reason, will he steal any less cars.
So he's still going to be a car thief.
He will still steal cars. Okay? Whew. I don't even know who the director is to know that I have to keep them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, so just some low-hanging fruit here. Number one, we are not going to glue the fake ears on the outside of the seat.
I had that written
down. We're actually just going to cut some holes in the suit and have the ears there.
I did some research on it, right, actually. And apparently, in the first half of the movie, they actually had ear holes for the actor, but apparently it was really uncomfortable, and so they said, we can fix that. And their fix were to glue fake ears on instead, because no one would notice.
Got it.
Yep.
I am going to have, I'm going to remove the whole Red Skull straps him to a rocket. And he flies to Washington, D.C. on the rocket thing. I'm going to not do that.
I'll give you some more low-hanging fruit if you so choose.
I'm going to be honest. Marvel actually already fixed this one too, but...
You can... this is a crazy idea. You can make Red Skull like a German Nazi.
Yes, I will also do that.
Instead of Italian.
Red Skull will be a German Nazi. For sure. I want to say how to go about this. Because, like I said, Kevin Feige already did this. Already fixed this one. So we're definitely going to not do the rocket scene. I still want him to steal some cars. So here's how I'm going to have it go out. We are going to play the Erskine scene. Like, we're going to play the transformation. I'm stealing that shit from, First Avenger. Like, we're going to do that section of the movie pretty much like the comic. Like, we're just going to, we're going to fix that section and align that shit. We're also going to find a scrawny actor and a roided out actor.
I had it written down too.
And have that look somewhat similar.
Yes.
And we're going to have the scrawny one play the original Steve Rogers, and then we're going to have the roided out guy play
the Super Soldier serum.
The Super Soldier one.
Yeah.
I am also gonna have a cameo in this movie from Lou Ferrigno's Hulk. He's gonna show up in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to work with what I got in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because that predated that, right? Wasn't that from the 80s? The
Hulk show.
Yeah, the Hulk show. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's already a liked thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna have Lou Ferrigno's Hulk show up in the movie, and he's gonna basically be like a Deus Ex Machina, right? Mm-hmm. Like, but not to. So essentially, the way I want to play up the whole movie is like he's going after the Red Skull, like Steve is. And every time he ends up going after them or whatever, it's like a numbers game. Like, he always has his motherfucking Nazis, shooting at him or whatever. And we'll say that he brings the commandos in there, and the commandos get injured, whatever. We can still stay with Bucky getting killed, you know. Right.
And you got to put him in here first.
Yeah, we got to put him in the movie first. So we'll add actually all the Howling Commandos, right?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, you got to add all the Howling Commandos.
We're gonna add them into the movie. We're gonna have most of them get injured. Bucky will be the one that gets killed. And
I guess at this point he'd really be killed because there was no Winter Soldier yet.
Right? Yeah. Right. That's true. Yeah, it didn't even exist. So like, he's dead as far as the movie is concerned. And basically at this point. Steve gets desperate or whatever, and this is where I'm going to bring in Lou Ferrigno's Hulk. So, like, when they go to the final fight, like, him and the Hulk are going to bust in there and start wrecking the Nazis, and then Steve is going to go after Red Skull and have the 1v1.
Oh.
While the Hulk just murders Nazis.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess we also had to put, I guess I'll just not put Peggy in this. We don't have to, I don't suppose.
I don't think Peggy was in this movie.
Oh, she wasn't. Yeah. We'd have to put her in.
Yeah, if we so chose to.
I think what I would probably do is I probably would introduce. I think I actually am going to bring Black Widow into this movie.
She works.
So
I think also David Hasselhoff's Nick Fury would work too.
Yeah. So the way I'm going to play it though is I'm going to say like Cap goes on ice like he normally does. Mm-hmm. When he wakes up though, I'm going to have him kind of bust out of the place like he's on the run.
Yeah.
The whole scene in the like leading up like at the end of First Avenger.
Yep.
It's not going to happen that way. He's actually going to get away. It's actually going to be more like his escape in Winter Soldier. Not like, oh, well, they're trying to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
But more like he has no idea who they are.
Right.
Right? Like, all he knows is like, these motherfuckers aren't wearing U.S. Army uniforms.
Yeah.
Where and when am I? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Did the Russians get me? Like, what? Like, what's going on? So, like, I'm going to be playing it up the whole time. Like, he's kind of like man on the run.
Yep.
And basically have Nick Fury almost in kind of like an antagonistic role here. But the person who's in charge of the squad they sent after him is Black Widow. And by the end of the movie, she has basically been like, oh, no, he's actually trying to protect us. Like, he is still the good man that the stories told us about, whatever. And she kind of like stands down and maybe even helps him.
Yeah.
You know? That still would have played well in the 90s.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that's my fix for the 1990 Captain America.
I dig that fix. I think if the movie had been that, then it still wouldn't have done what Batman 89 did, which is what they were hoping for, but it would have been a lot better than what it did.
Yeah, we would have got like a 1994 Iron Man that probably would have been terrible.
Oh, that would have been. As a matter of fact, I think there was already an Iron Man that did awful.
Oh, you know what? Actually, what we would have gotten is we actually might have gotten a actual Fantastic Four in '94 with a budget.
Oh, that too. It may have actually came out.
Good, and they wouldn't have sold it to Fox.
Yeah. They wouldn't have went bankrupt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, like if 1990s Captain America was a good movie, everything would have changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have drastically altered the timeline.
Yeah. Dog, yeah. And the thing of it is, like, we don't know if ultimately it would have been altered for better or for worse.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Marvel sold Spider-Man to Sony by 1990?
I feel like it was the mid-90s when they sold him to Sony.
So I don't think they would have done that either.
Nope.
So, like, we could have gotten an MCU sooner, right? Mm-hmm. We could have got... I don't know if they would have tried to do it back then, but I think we would have had a Marvel Studios sooner.
Yeah. I think it'd just be a matter of time before we got Avengers.
I mean, obviously, if we're going to put Lou Ferrigno's Hulk in this movie, we're going to go in that direction.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I've already put Black Widow in it, too. So.
Right. Yep. So yeah, they had some options. It's crazy to think about how, you go in the universe and you move this cup from here to here, and then and then everything is fucking different.
Butterfly effect.
Goddamn butterfly effect.
I moved this lantern 4 inches away.
God damn it, Dr. Manhattan. Stop killing me. Who is this giant blue naked man? And why is he moving this magical lantern away from me?
Yeah. And what's going to happen? Why is he here?
Yeah, why is his dick out?
Yeah, why is he here? Like, I got 3 questions in order. Like number 1, why is your dick out? Number 2, who are you? And number 3, why are you killing me?
Yeah.
I need to know the answers in that order.
And Dr. Manhattan's response is simply, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the answer to any of those questions.
Holy shit.
I can't be certain.
Homies, I think that's where we are going to end this one today. We gave you guys, 6?
We did 6.
Yeah. 6 different bad movie fixes.
And we can do this again. We got plenty to choose from.
Oh, trust me. Unfortunately, we have plenty to choose from. We didn't do Love and Thunder. We didn't do Quantumania.
Nope.
We didn't do like 80% of the DCEU.
Yeah. Aquaman 2.
Yeah. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah. We didn't do that one. We didn't do Blue Beetle. We have options.
Blue Beetle. Okay. First, I'm going to have a human write the movie. And not an AI.
And I meant to give this preface before we started, but I'm under the understanding that I know a lot of you guys like some of these movies that we said were shit and needed to be fixed. Hey, listen, rule number 10, if you like it, that's fine. You're allowed to like what you like.
I gotta be honest. I think our choices tonight, I don't think very many people like those. Like, there's some Captain Marvel defenders, but even then, they're not like, oh, I love Captain Marvel. They're just like, it was fine. Nobody likes Game of Thrones Season 8. Not enough to defend it. What else? 1990s Captain America. I never met anybody that likes that movie. I don't know a single soul. Even Brendan doesn't like that movie.
That's true. It's hard to find one that Brendan doesn't like.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did we do?
Spider-Man 3. Okay, I do know a few people that enjoy that movie, like mega casuals.
Yeah.
Enough for it to have made $1 billion fucking dollars.
It was just close enough name value at that point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No one likes Dark Phoenix.
No. No, I already forgot about it. I rewrote it a few minutes ago. I already done forgot about that shit.
But yeah, homie, so we can definitely run this back and do it again. This is definitely a series that unfortunately can be mined again and again and again. But I think that is enough of us fixing Hollywood's fuck-ups. So the whole idea behind this episode was, and the reason for the rule set is just abiding by the shit that Hollywood has placed on themselves, working within their parameters. This can still be better than what they gave us.
Yeah, I don't want to see him in that suit.
No,
I don't want to see him flying around. He's got to fight his giant spider at the end.
Thank you, John Peters, for your contributions to movies.
Or lack thereof.
Wild
Wild West was all right.
Was it?
Yeah. I liked it at the time. I'll be honest, I don't know if it was good or not.
I don't think it was.
I liked it at the time.
I did too.
Yeah.
But I think if I watched it,
now
28 years later, I don't think this was that good. Imagine turning down being Superman and being the lead in the Matrix to go make Wild Wild West.
That movie is just it's almost like the opposite of like Sinners, where it's like they kind of iterated on the From Dusk Till Dawn thing. Mm-hmm. But if you did it in the opposite direction, where it's like you just made it awful, they made this like it was going to be this like kind of basically a Wild Wild West, like damn near like just kind of like a not necessarily a parody of like a spaghetti western, but like a lighter take on a spaghetti western, And then at the end, it's like, Nah, motherfucking giant spider.
Yeah, giant mechanical spider. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, what is happening right now? It would be like if at the end of one of the fucking Paddington movies, Killer Croc showed up, and Paddington has to fight Killer Croc.
Oh, that would be. I might have to watch a Paddington movie. I would be sitting in there with my fucking popcorn, eyes glued to the screen.
But you gotta make it through the first two acts.
I gotta see this Paddington and Killer Croc fight.
You're not even watching the first two acts. You're just looking at like the little children, like. Paddington. You're like, yeah.
And then like not like the Killer Croc from the Suicide Squad. We're talking about like that Killer Croc.
Yeah. Like Arkham Killer Croc. Yeah.
Just fucking stuffing is everywhere.
Yeah. They would have to make it cool as fuck too. Like,
for sure.
Yeah. Like Paddington just fucks Killer Croc up. You know?
You remember that scene in the Batman where like Batman is fighting in the dark and like the only light you see is like from the gunfire.
Yeah.
We get like that with Paddington, and then like when the lights come back on, Croc is dead. Holy shit! Fuck.
This is amazing. Somehow this is a less shitty idea than any of those movies that Hollywood put out.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh boy! All right. Yeah, we've been here too long.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up.
Yeah, I gotta go home and play some Arc Raiders. We're full circle here.
All right, homies. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode where we fix bad movies. But as always, we will see you guys again very soon. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
And I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.